Hey everyone, it's Chad back with another video. I tracked how much money I made just in tips alone from May 2018 all the way until March 2019. So keep watching this video if you want to know how much money I have made between May and now. And this is kind of common sense, but I feel like I have to kind of say it just so you guys are aware. Be smart about which restaurant you choose to work at. Make sure it's in a good area. Make sure you know the people that go to that kind of restaurant, because there's certain people who don't tip. AKA, I notice a lot of millennials don't want to tip, but that's besides the point. And also just make sure that it's a job that you know you'd be good at and that you would like, because if you're a server and you look miserable and you just suck, then you're not going to be getting good tips. But for all that out of the way, let's get into how much money I have been making since working at this restaurant. I started working at this restaurant in August of 2017, but I didn't start tracking my tips until May of 2018 because I discovered this handy app called Tipsy. In Tipsy, you can put how much money you made each day, and then it tells you how much money you make per hour. You can also add your hourly wage. I don't really do that just because I don't, but you can track your tips and how much you make an hour on this app. So it's really cool and it helps with budgeting, and it's just really cool to see how much money you make. As I said, I started tracking my tips in May of 2018 all the way until now. So let's start out by going all the way back to May of 2018. So in May of 2018, I didn't start tracking my tips until May 13th, which is Mother's Day. But on May 13th, I worked open to close, which is about 8 hours, and I made $240, which is $24 an hour, which is pretty insane, and that's some pretty good money for a day's work. The following day, I made $100 on May 14th, and then on May 18th and May 19th, I made $130 and then $210. Both those days I worked double, so I worked 3 open to closes that week. And then the following Sunday, I made $120. I didn't make $100 again until May 25th and May 26th. I made over $100 both those days. Then on May 30th, I made over $100. But as you can see, on May 31st, I only made $49. So how much money you make really just depends on holidays. And honestly, the weather takes a big toll on how busy it is too. If it's snowing, people aren't going to come out. And if it's too nice out, people might want to cook out instead of going out to a restaurant. There's so many factors that go into how busy the day is going to be and how much money you're going to be making. Throughout this video though, you'll see that Sundays are usually my best days. Not all, but most. I usually hit $100. And throughout this video, I'm just going to be telling you guys my best days and also my worst days, because if I go through every single day I worked, this video is going to be like 30 minutes long. But anyways, at the top, right under where it says calendar view, you can see where it says total tips for the month. So it also tells you how much you made total. So from May 13th to May 31st, I made $1,600. If I tracked the 2 weeks before that, I probably would have made close to $2,000 in May. So in May, I made $600 total, but then in June, I made $2,300 total. There was a $700 jump between May and June. So June 1st and June 2nd, I made $100 each day. I didn't work that Sunday for some reason. It was Isaiah's birthday. I took that day off. But then on June 5th, I made $130. And then on June 8th and June 9th, I made over $100 as well. And then that Sunday, June 10th, I didn't hit $100. I made $93, so I was $7 short, which I'll still take. That's still good money. But then that following Monday, just some random Monday, I made $140, $31 an hour. Thursday, June 14th, I made over $100 on some random Thursday. June 16th and June 17th, I made over $100. But on June 17th, it was a Sunday, I made $186. So I made almost $200, which is $31 an hour that day. That's pretty insane. Then I hit $100 again until Wednesday, June 20th. I made $20 an hour that day if you calculate my tips. Saturday, June 23rd, I made $130, but that following Sunday, I only made $74. So once again, I didn't hit my $100 goal that Sunday. June 27th, I made over $100 as well. But for the total month of June, I made $2,300, which is pretty insane. July of 2018, I made $1,900 total. I went from $2,300 in June to $1,900 total in July. So the first week of July was pretty good. July 1st, I made $80. July 2nd, I made $90. July 3rd, I made $60, which is still all right. And then July 4th, I made $130 on a Wednesday. And that Friday, I made $80. And then that following Sunday, I only made $65. As I said, Sundays are usually my best days, but I only made $65 that Sunday, and then $80 the previous Sunday before that. So the next day that I hit $100 in July was July 13th, I made $100. And then that following Sunday, I also made $100. July 20th, I made $90. July 21st, I made $110. And then Sunday, July 22nd, I made $150. I didn't hit $100 again until Sunday, July 29th. As I said throughout this video, you'll notice that Sundays are usually my $100 days. So for the total month of July, I made $1,900. I went from $1,900 in July to $1,700 in August. The first week of August was pretty good for me. I made $92 Wednesday, August 1st. 88 Thursday, August 2nd, and 88 that following Friday as well. That following Sunday, I made $180, which is 30 bucks an hour. That's awesome. But then sadly on August 7th, I only made $53, which, you know, as I said, it's $50, but it's not usually what my goal is. My goal is anywhere between 80 and 100 plus. I hit $100 August 12th, another Sunday. I didn't hit $100 again until Sunday the 26th. I made $171 that day. But notice the Sunday before that, I only made $47. So in the first Sunday of August, I made $180. The second Sunday, I made $100. The third, I made $47. And then this last Sunday, I made $171. So as you can see, you don't always hit the goals on the days that are usually your most consistent days. That's how unpredictable serving can be. And that's something to keep in mind when you are considering working as a server. In September of 2018, I made $1,500 total. I hit 110 September 1st and 110 September 2nd. And also 105 September 3rd. So in those 3 days, I made over $300, which is awesome because I usually only work 4 to 6 hours per shift. But then that Wednesday, I only made $50. And then I didn't hit $100 until September 19th. I made $113. Sundays were pretty slow for this month. I only hit $100 2 out of the 4 Sundays. Then on September 22nd, I made $57. And then September 23rd, I made $127, so I hit my Sunday goal of $100. And that's basically it for the month. I didn't put anything down for September 30th for whatever reason, I don't know why. So for the total month of September, I made $1,500. Now in October of 2018, I made $1,800. I went from $1,500 to $1,800. I made $110 Monday, October 1st. I only made $50 on the 2nd. And then I didn't hit $100 again until the 7th, which is another Sunday. I didn't hit $100 again until 2 weeks later on Sunday the 21st. And notice on the 24th, I only made $31. For whatever reason, it was slow that day, or the money just wasn't there, or people weren't tipping good. That following Sunday, I made $102, and then that Monday, I made $90. Most days when I only make 30 or 40 bucks, I have better days that make up for those bad days. So for the total month of October, I made $1,800. Then in November, I made $2,000 total. From $1,800 to $2,000. But there's a reason for that. So November 2nd, I made $70. The 3rd, I made $80. Then the 4th, on a Sunday, I made $106. And then on the 5th, I made $105. And then on the 7th, I made $110. Between the 2nd and the 7th, do the math, I made close to $500 just in those 6 days. And on the 11th, I made $150, which is another Sunday. And I hit $100 again the next Sunday. And then on Thanksgiving, I made $172 on the 22nd. And then I made $90 that Sunday, $106 the 26th, $122 on the 28th. But then for some reason, on the 29th and the 30th, I only made $38 and $23. That wasn't really the best, but it could have been worse. I could have made nothing. I could have not worked at all. So some money is better than no money, but I usually try to hit my goal, which is, as I said, between $80 and $100 plus. The reason why I made so much money in November, $2,000 total, is because I worked 9 days straight, the 18th through the 26th, and I also had a holiday, which was Thanksgiving. Holidays are really good days for money for servers because we're busy. I'm gonna calculate how much money I made in those 9 days and put it up on the screen for you guys. November and December, I had a really big decline in how much money I made. In November, I made $2,000, but in December, I only made $1,500. December 1st, I started out bad. I only made $46. The 2nd, which is a Sunday, I made $97. So I didn't hit $100, but I was close enough. I only made $40 on the 5th, only $30 on the 7th, and only $8 on the 20th, which sucks. That's not good at all. But then that Sunday, the 9th, I made $103, so I hit my Sunday goal. And then on the 11th, just some random Tuesday, I made $142, but I remember why. Most Tuesdays I make roughly between $70 and $100. But 142, that happened because this table left me $60. There's 3 people and each of them left me $20. My average tip per table is roughly $5 to $10. Unless I have a party, then those parties leave me roughly $20 to $40, depending on how big the party is. But on average, my tips are $5 to $10, not $60 from 3 people. That was awesome. They were so kind and generous. I really appreciate them. So then on the 12th, I only made $50. But then on Saturday the 15th, which is a random Saturday, nothing special happened, I made $200 in one shift. I didn't work an open to close, I worked one shift. And then we're gonna skip ahead to the 23rd of December, which is a Sunday. I made $115. And then on Christmas, I made $180, which is awesome. Christmas was a busy day. We were open 10:30 to 5. As you can see, on the 29th, I only made $16. But since I made $8 an hour, that tells me that I only worked 2 hours. So it was probably so slow that they sent me home for labor costs. January of 2019, which is only 2 months ago, you're gonna see another decline in how much money I made. So I made $1,500 total in December and only $600 total in January. But notice I quit tracking my tips in January for whatever reason. I probably only made about $800 total for the month of January. So I went from $1,500 to about $800 in January. January is a slow month because there's no holidays, it's cold now, and it's snowing, and people don't want to go out. January 1st, I made $45. On January 2nd, I literally worked 1 hour and made $16. So that's not bad for an hour's work, but still, I left with $16. But then that Sunday, I made $100, which is pretty cool. And then on the 9th, I only made $30, which is $6 an hour. And then on the 9th and the 11th, I only made $30, which isn't that good at all. And then on the 12th, I only worked 3 hours and made $15, which is $5 an hour, which is awful. And then on Sunday the 13th, I worked for 5 hours and made $25. So Sundays are usually my best days where I hit $100 every Sunday. Not always, but for the most part, more times than not, I hit $100. But on that Sunday, I worked a full shift and only made $25. And then on the 15th, I made $34. On the 18th, I made $38. On the 19th, I worked 3 hours and made $15 again. As you can tell, in January, business was slower and I didn't make nearly as much money. Business jumped up in February. I went from roughly $800 total in January to $1,500 total in February. This was just last month. February 2nd, I made $185, which is awesome. And then that Sunday, February 3rd, I only made $85. I didn't hit my $100 Sunday goal, but $85 is still nice. Saturday the 9th, I made $115. And then Sunday the 10th, for whatever reason, business was dead that day. I worked a 5-hour shift and only made $35. Then on Tuesday the 12th, I only made $23. I made $4 an hour. I worked a full shift that day and only made $23. I only made like 40 cents more than my hourly wage that day, which is really bad. But luckily, if you don't make at least minimum wage in tips, then your job should compensate you and pay you minimum wage. And on the 14th, I made $82. And then on Friday the 15th, I made $124. Sunday the 17th, I only made $40. So once again, I didn't hit my $100 Sunday goal. Sunday the 24th, once again, I didn't hit my $100 Sunday goal. I didn't hit $100 on any Sunday in February. So for the total month of February, I made $1,500. And now we are in March. I recorded this video March 4th. So I worked Friday, March 1st, Saturday, March 2nd, and Sunday, March 3rd. I made 56 on that Friday, 122 Saturday, 110 on Sunday. So in those 3 days, I made close to $300. And that is how much money I have made while serving just in tips alone from May 2018 until now. So from May 2018 until now, March 4th, I have made $17,006 just in tips alone. Hope this video helps you guys. I hope it shows you guys how unpredictable serving can be. You guys saw my receipts. You saw how some Sundays I made good money, some Sundays I didn't make any money. You guys saw how much I made during the slow months, how much I made on holidays. You guys seen how much money I make while serving. This is very personal information that I don't share with just anybody, only because I don't want to brag about how much money I make. I know I make good money for the kind of job I do. So I'll try not to brag about it too much. I try to stay humble. But I feel like this video can be very informational and can help some people. Because I know serving is a job that a lot of people are interested in. They just don't know if something they can live off of. And it definitely can be something that you live off of, but you just have to be smart with your money. Serving's great because you live every day with money in your pocket. You don't have to wait 2 weeks to get your check to get some money. Every day you work, you leave with money. You don't know how much money you're gonna be making each day. So you have to be sure to budget and plan ahead, because for all you know, you might not make enough money to pay your bills. On your good days, you need to budget and plan ahead for your bad days that you will have. It's inevitable. And I'm lucky too, because most serving jobs, you only work 2 to 3 days a week, but I get 5, sometimes 6. So for that being said, that's how much money I make as a server. Be sure to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Share with your friends if you want to, or even everybody who'd be interested in this video. Definitely share this video with them. And also subscribe if you are new. Tap the button to be notified whenever I post. I post at least 1 video a week, so if you tap that bell, you won't miss out on a single video. Be sure to follow me on all my social medias. The links will be in the description box down below and at the end screen of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for your support. See you guys in the next video.